It's come a long way, this car, a very long way. Burnt and mangled in a bomb thousands of miles away, now a museum piece meant to remind people of the horrors of war. The man behind it is a prize-winning artist, but he insists an art gallery is not the right place for it. So what does he think the exhibit conveys?
It probably says different things to different people, but I think it speaks of civilian casualties as opposed to military casualties. And it talks about the force of an explosion and how war is changing and how the nature of conflict has changed.
And the Imperial War Museum has a startling statistic that at the beginning of the 20th century, 10% of all casualties in conflict were civilians. Now the figure is 90%. And this is where the car was destroyed, Al-Mutanabi Street in central Baghdad, site of the city's famous Friday book market. At least 38 people were killed and over 100 wounded when it was bombed on March the 5th, 2007. It's a date that's seared on the memories of those who were there that day. Including the man who took these photographs. He's chronicled the life of the book market from before it was bombed to the day it was bombed. And the long road to recovery.
This street represents Iraqi national unity. It's the pride of Baghdad. There are books here for everyone, whatever their ethnic or religious background. But that day I saw dead bodies and burned books everywhere.
These days the book market is as busy as ever, the beating cultural heart of a battered city. You can get everything here from textbooks to religious tomes. And books on Saddam Hussein that it would have been unthinkable to see on sale back in his day. This one is called Saddam's Secret Life. Jafar Kassab, a retired teacher, now sells books on engineering and was caught in the attack that day.
I got hit in the back of my head and thought I was going to die. I think the exhibition is a very good idea because it will bear witness to what happened when innocent people were attacked.
And the first visitors to see the exhibit say it has been thought-provoking.
Because it does give people an idea of what actually goes on. We hear about it and we see it on the television, but we don't actually realise what actually happens when somebody is blown up.
It's terrifying to think if that's what an explosion does to something as solid as a car, what does it do to the human body?
And then there's the effect of war on the human mind. Kevin Iverson defused countless bombs in Iraq, but returned home with post-traumatic stress.
Well, I think it's incredibly powerful because one of the things that's really difficult about being in the army is leaving conflict zones. And there's a really quick transition between being a soldier and being in the middle of a war and then trying to undertake a normal life. So seeing a piece like that allows people like me and my colleagues to, just for a few minutes, revisit the war.
The owner of the car wasn't in it at the time and is believed to be still alive. But this is a reminder of those who are not. The wreckage, which has already been taken on tour in the US, is now part of this museum's permanent collection, a symbol of civilian suffering in war. Caroline Hawley, BBC News.